Hey, good morning, Choice Residential. Hope your day's off to a great start. Today, I want to teach you how to efficiently navigate the transaction dashboard in Suite Assist and specifically the CDA form to make sure that you know how to add rebates to buyers, add additional compensation that you're receiving, as well as split compensation with other agents in the firm if maybe you're paying a referral fee or splitting the commission with someone for some other reason. So just want to walk through all that with you real quick. First reminder I also want to give you is that you only need to put a transaction into Suite Assist once it has gone pending. So whether you're working with a buyer or seller, we don't need new listings put into Suite Assist. We only need them once they go under contract. All the paperwork is being handled through .loop. You're not adding any paperwork or documents into Suite Assist. So we don't need it when it's a new listing, only once it's gone pending. But let me just show you, I've got a buyer transaction pulled up in here, a fake transaction. I want to show you how to add someone to the transaction if you're going to split the commission with them. So other than adding all the information where there's a red asterisk that will allow you to move through the process, then you'll come over to the contacts tab. And so in this fake example, I am the buyer's agent, and I'm going to be adding one of our agents to the transaction who I need to split the commission with. So under the contacts tab, simply scroll down and come to share transaction and then click select shared user. This allows you to search all of the agents at the firm. And I'll just type in Ashley Denny. Her name populates over here to the right. I'll select Ashley Denny and then click select user. That adds her to my transaction so that now I can split commission with her on the CDA form. So let's move right along now that I've added her, and you can see that she's been added as a shared user down here. And I'll now come to the CDA form. This is where you're going to have all of the financial data as it pertains to your transaction. So if, again, we are charging the client maybe a transaction fee or we're giving them some kind of a rebate, we're going to do all of that right here on the CDA form tab. So make sure that you are making your way over to this tab when you add a transaction into Suite Assist. And if for some reason commissions change, like for example, maybe when you go under contract, you're going to be making 2.5%. But then somewhere along the way, you decide to give a rebate to your buyer of $1,000. Make sure you're coming in here and updating this so that the commission showing here is always accurately reflecting the commission that you're going to be receiving on the transaction. That'll make sure that as that commission comes to us, that we're getting you paid out quickly, because when the numbers don't match, we have to then investigate why they don't match. So let's say in this example, we already put the sales price is $500,000. So we're going to add our commission. So we're just going to simply click on this calculator. And then we can either put in a flat fee, which is the dollar amount. Maybe you're making $10,000 on the transaction, or a percentage. So in this case, let's say that I am receiving 2.5%. So simply type in 2.5, save changes, and it does that math for me. The commission I'm receiving is $12,500. But let's say that I also charge my clients a transaction or admin fee. We're going to simply click on this drop-down menu right here, and we see bonus or transaction fee. There are some other options here, but let's say it was a bonus that we received. So the commission was 2.5%, but the builder was also offering us a $1,000 bonus. Okay. So we add that, and it will do the math for you here. $13,500 is now the compensation. But let's say I also charged my client a $595 transaction fee. Again, simply put that number in. It will update the math for you. But then at the last minute, in order to make the deal work, I had to give my client a rebate. And so we decided to give them a $2,500 rebate. Well, you can just simply add a commission reduction. And we're going to say $2,500 is the rebate I'm giving my client. And now the total compensation is $11,595. You're going to want to come down here to the bottom once you have finished all of your additions and subtractions here. Keep in mind, most of the time you won't have all of these. Most transactions just have a percentage-based commission, and it'll be very straightforward. Just know that you do have these options here for either adding additional fees that you're receiving or providing a rebate here, which is a commission reduction. And then come down here to the bottom and click Save Data. That will cement this information here for you. I say cement, but of course you can always come in and delete these line items, add new ones, or adjust them as necessary. So this represents what's happening with the compensation. So Choice Residential should be receiving a check for $11,595. Now, when that comes in, This disbursement section of the CDA form shows where the money is going. So you can see the transaction fee that Brian is paying, $450, and the remaining commission, $11,145. Add those together and you get the gross commission that Choice should be receiving. But in this example, we're going to pay Ashley Denny a percentage of this. So we're going to click on that calculator next to her name, which again, you can see net pay due to shared agent, and in this case, Ashley Denny. And of course, you could have multiple agents that you're sharing the commission with. That's perfectly fine. In this case, we're going to click on the calculator. And let's say that we are paying Ashley a percentage, which is a 25% referral fee. Click Save Changes, and you'll see how it populates what the compensation is. Now, one important piece to note so that you don't get confused is that the system doesn't know that we aren't going to charge Ashley a transaction fee. So she happens to be capped right now. That's why her transaction fee is $99. However, if you, as the agent on this transaction, were to try to delete that $99, you can see there's no button here to save it. All you can do is X out of it, and you cannot change what the transaction fee. That's for obvious reasons that only the firm and admin can change that. But all you need to know is that we will, on the back end, before we process this transaction, delete that transaction fee, and it will get added back into the total amount that Ashley's receiving. So all you need to do is add this 99 or whatever number's here to the total amount here, and that total should equal the 25% commission referral fee that she's being paid on the transaction. So as long as these numbers add up to be the correct number, you're good to go. The admin team will zero this out when we go to process the transaction. So all of these numbers added together equal the $11,595, which is the gross commission. And then, of course, we'll just save the data one last time to keep all this in stone so that when the commission comes in, Choice Residential will see that the numbers match up and will get you paid accordingly. It is important that you verify these numbers are correct and that if they change, you do come and change those. Because if we received less or more compensation than this $11,595 in this example, it will cause a delay as we then have to go investigate why there is more money or less money than we were expecting to receive. So we do ask you to try and keep that up to date as best you can. If you ever have questions about how to fill this out, how to get the numbers to reflect accurately, just let us know and we're happy to help. All right, that's all for today. Thank you and have a wonderful day.